Hello, Krista Meyers here. Welcome to part two of The Web Never Forgets with myself and Stephanie Johnson. First, let's go ahead and take a look at some recent screenshots of our platforms before we get into the analytics. Here's our blog, The Web Never Forgets, Storify. Like Stephanie said too, if you guys have not had a chance to check this platform out, please do so. It's very much worth it. Very easy to curate, and it's a very visual platform as well. Here's our Twitter account and our Facebook account. Now for some results. These are our blog results. This is for the week of December 2nd. We had 49 views, specifically on December 5th, which was absolutely the best views ever since we created the blog back in November. A total views of 338. Some more blog results. We averaged about 13 views per day during the week of December 2nd. So we were really hitting them home, which is nice because it shot us up nearly 3% from the previous week. Some Facebook results. Post reach, we had 148 in total, which is up 469% from the previous week. With 26 people engaged, that is up 767% from the previous week's. 45 likes. That's pretty crazy, the 767% number. And basically that comes from incorporating seasonal themes into our content, which caused our engagement to go through the roof, as you can see. Some of the results, this is just a screenshot showing that our biggest demographic is women between the ages of 25 to 34 years old, with 77% of them being women compared to 20% men. Some Topsy results. With Topsy in the past week, we've had 8 tweets and a sentiment score of 51, so not bad there. We averaged about 4 tweets per day during the week of December 2nd. Like I said, we were really hitting it home. We compared our community tweets with the hashtags cyberbullying and digital citizenship. However, there really isn't any comparison there. You can see the Web Never Forgets is in orange, doesn't move whatsoever, digital citizenship in green, and then cyberbullying in blue. Sentiment 140 results, we had 2 tweets with 100% positive sentiment, so that's nice. The interesting thing as well here is that Steffi and I actually recognize this guy down here as being in our community, so that's really cool to see. Sentiment Viz results, I was very excited that we even had any results to show on this graph. So we're really happy about that. We've got 4 tweets, each with pleasant high confidence in this area right here. And because we had results, we were able to get the tweet count timeline sentiment results being relaxed and happy, because they're in green, and that's relaxed and happy up there. We also have a heat map that basically just shows that we have more tweets than average here in red, with a sentiment of pleasantly subdued. Google Trends results. Once again here we compared our community with hashtags cyberbullying and digital citizenship. No comparison, but there is a little tiny line right there, so I guess that is something. However, there wasn't enough search volume to show any regional interest or any related searches. Social mention results. Now here we had some great results, an 8% strength, sentiment of 39 to 1, 6% passion, 41% reach. The sentiment though, the 39 to 1, that's great because you know they're all positive mentions except for one. And then the passion is basically the number of people that are going to likely repeat our message. So that's really nice. We also averaged 17 minutes per mention, with the last mention being 11 minutes before the screenshot was captured. 122 unique authors, which is absolutely amazing, and 4 retweets. Here's some more social mention results. The sites and platforms used most were the ones that surprised us here. Flickr, YouTube, and Wiki Answers. We did not see that coming whatsoever. So that was a big shocker. Google Alert results. For Google Alert, we were mentioned by the Huffington Post, so pretty cool there. Also, Tweet Alarm results. this didn't really work out so well for us because Outlook treated Tweet Alarm as spam. So that's something to keep in mind the next time I'm wanting to use Tweet Alarm for sure. And basically, here's the analysis of what worked for Stephanie and I. The blog, definitely a winner. We averaged about 13 views a day with a total of 338 views. Facebook, a 148 total reach with 51 post clicks and 45 likes. And some results from Twitter. Twitter definitely worked for us. Topsy showed our sentiment score of 51 with the average of 4 tweets per day in the past week. Sentiment Viz showed 4 tweets of high confidence with sentiment results being relaxed and happy. And then some social mention results showed a 39-to-1 sentiment, which is mostly positive, 6% passion from individuals likely to repeat our message, 41% reach, that's the influence we have in the community, with 122 unique authors, 4 retweets, 17-minute average per mention. So good stuff going on there. Here's what didn't work for us though. Storify didn't show up in any analytics, and our best guess is maybe because it's such a new platform that analytics aren't quite reaching for Storify yet. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Sentiment 140 only showed 2 tweets. We obviously know there were more than that. And Google Trends didn't have enough interest over time to show, any regional interest, enough data for interest over time, or regional interest rather. Google Alerts only showed 1 mention, and we know there were more than that. And then obviously Tweet Alarm was blocked by the spam filter. So those things did not work. Here's our big surprises. When we incorporated seasonal themes within our content, we increased traffic, exponentially. Facebook Analytics showed the engagement was up 767%. That's huge. Another surprise with social mention, we had 122 unique authors. We were also surprised that Sentiment Viz had enough data to show results, with a graph showing 4 tweets, high confidence, a tweet count timeline that showed the sentiment, results being relaxed and happy, and a heat map that showed more tweets than average in red. Another surprise was the Tweet Alarm issue. Google Alert only showed 1 mention. That surprised us. Topsy surprised us too because it didn't show as much data as we had anticipated. But social mention showed the sites and platforms that were used most were Flickr, YouTube, and Wiki Answers, with Twitter being like the second from the bottom. So that was a huge surprise for us as well. So just a quick review of our post strategy. The people in our community, parents and educators, they talk mostly on Facebook and Twitter, often sparked by current events in order to help children grow up safely using technology and the internet. Our objectives were listening, talking, and energizing, and we've found a lot of material, more contacts and groups in order to keep the conversation flowing about this issue. Our strategy was to become better connected with the community by talking, to improve awareness of services and resources by energizing, and to improve information about current concerns within the community by listening. The technology we used was social platforms, with the lead being the blog, the secondary Storify, tertiary Facebook, and quaternary Twitter. Here's the objectives and goals that we have successfully accomplished. We used the holiday shopping season to get more people listening, talking, and energized about internet safety, and we've helped out this community become better connected and have improved awareness of current concerns, especially with the tech gadgets. So we have more followers, with Twitter being up from 15 to 35 in the past week, and Facebook went from 41 likes to 45. We have more retweets from 0 to 4. We have a further reach, nearly 52%, with positive sentiment and passionate conversation, which is exactly what Stephanie and I have been striving for with this community. So here's some things we would do differently. We would start using all platforms on a daily basis for a couple months just to increase analytics. We'd modify keywords for a better reach. We'd also like to hire an assistant in order to make daily posts across all the platforms. He or she would be responsible for monitoring the news sites daily to make current topical posts, but paying special attention to our content calendar. We would like to incorporate the use of hashtags.org as a way to track hashtags for up to 12 months across multiple platforms, and we'd also like to incorporate the use of Hootsuite. Here's some things we'd keep the same though. We would keep up with the daily posting in order to keep our community energized. We would also put more emphasis on our Twitter and Facebook accounts for analytic purposes. We'd also like to ensure content is geared towards seasonal subject matter because that makes a huge difference. We would continue to retweet other key influencers within our community, and we would continue to use Social Mention, Topsy, and Sentiment Viz as a way to monitor our analytics. So here is our pitch. You know, when we started this journey, we didn't really know a whole lot about this community. In fact, we thought it was a niche market. It turns out we were wrong big time, and we've come a long way. First, by listening and then by talking with them. And right now, we're on the verge of energizing this community, of further connecting them and their issues, their information, and their opportunities. We've shown some impressive numbers so far, a 767% increase, definitely success. And, you know, along the way, we've also hit upon a successful formula working with the content that speaks to this community. And basically what we want to do next is we want to lean into this just a little more. We would like the opportunity to add more value and to show what else can be accomplished because, my goodness, there's so much stuff that can still be accomplished. Some key influencers have definitely noticed us. They're coming along with us, they're following us, they're listening to us talk. Now it's basically time to make that difference. You know, maybe we'll share some information about cyberbullying that could possibly help prevent a teen suicide. Or maybe we could help a parent decide on which tablet to buy her son. Or maybe even help a teacher find materials to make her students tech savvy. We have the ability to help all of these things come to fruition. And we'd like to take that next step. So let's capitalize on the seasonal opportunities that we've found that resonate within our community and explore more ways to help our children prepare for the future. One thing's for sure, we are absolutely ready. The question becomes, are you? Will you join us? Thank you.